Hi, first grade. Today we are going to be making a coil pot out of clay, and we talked about what kind of texture this is going to be. It's going to be a bumpy texture, but you're going to notice the clay is going to change. Right now it feels wet, cold, and squishy, but when we're done and Miss Sylvie puts it in the kiln, it's going to feel bumpy and hard. So the first step to creating a coil pot is you are going to flatten your clay into a slab. Watch carefully. Use your fist and punch it down. And you can even smack it. Now with your circle, you're going to place it in the middle of your slab, and you're going to use this little cute pencil, and you're going to dig deep in the clay, going all the way through the other side, touching the mat, cutting the clay while holding down the circle. Once you go all the way around, you'll have some scraps. You just put them aside, and now I have a perfect circle slab. This is going to be the base of our coil pot. Now you're going to be creating coils using the scraps that you have from your original clay. We're only going to need to work with small pieces at a time, so I'm going to pinch about a gumball size piece. Now I like to squish it in my hands first to kind of get it going, and then I roll it between my hands. Once it gets too big, then I start rolling it out on the table. You don't want to roll it on the mat because the mat slides around a lot. It's much easier to do it with both hands on the table. You want a nice, strong, and sturdy coil pot. So about the size of your pointer finger is perfect. Now, to add my first coil, I'm going to need to add a little bit of water along the edge. Water is like gluing the clay together, and you must have water, otherwise your clay won't stick permanently. So you don't use too much water. You just take your finger, you stick it in the water, and you run the water around the edges of your clay circle slab. And you'll place your coil around the edge of your circle. Smear together the ends and start your next piece. Okay, it's extremely important when you start your next piece that you start it where you left off the last coil. Otherwise you'll have gaps or holes in your coil pot. And remember, just a finger in the water, one finger. If you use too much water, it's going to make the slimy clay, and slimy clay is very difficult to work with, and it may even ruin your whole coil pot. When you're done with each coil, I like to flatten the edge a little bit to get ready for the next piece. And there I have a coil pot.